everybody, welcome. So we have NinaUnrated.
Hi guys.
Cool. So yeah, this is actually, is your real first name Nina? You want to go by Nina?
No. Well, yes, we're going by Nina, but that's not my real name.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if that was actually legitimate. Sure. You know what's funny is when I hit you up to do this, you know what the first thing I noticed? I hit you up and I was like, "Hey, I got this thing I do," and the first thing that you said to me when we spoke was, you said, first off, how are you? How's your day? Well, just give me 1 second over here. Let me just fix this. Yeah, the first thing you said was, how are you? How's your day? And I started chuckling because I was like, she didn't even get to the offer yet. You just went straight to manners and how are you? And I thought that was a cool start. I was like, okay, cool. Yes, I'm doing good. How's your day? And you're like, my day's good. Now let me read this real quick.
Right. Let me get to it now.
Do you feel like people online just go straight to stuff? Like they forget manners?
I think a lot of the times people just don't want to waste their time. They want to get to the point. So
right.
When I see somebody that wants to get to the point, my initial instinct is to really want to know how they're doing because I already know I'm going forward. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, let's back it up a little bit so that way we can get to know each other and go from there. So the vibe is more important than anything else. If you catch an energy from somebody and it seems like they're going to be just as cool as you, then you can go forward. So yeah,
that makes sense. Do you? So for people who don't know, what do you do for work?
I am a Stripfluencer, YouTuber, actress. I've been in the sex work industry since I was 18 years old. I am on level 42 of my life journey. So I have 3 YouTube channels. The big channels where I show girls how to twerk. I say story times. I teach them how to get their money, easy shortcuts. NinaUnrated Vlogs is the actual behind the scenes of the strip club life. Recognized by the New York Times. And then NinaUnrated Eats is me eating, chopping it up with my homegirls. I have a fan base of 96.4 female, so I just talk about real shit. Wait, am I allowed to curse, bro?
No, yeah, you can say whatever you want. We good.
Okay,
We good.
cool.
Yeah,
I'm making sure.
No, we're straight. We good.
Sometimes my mouth be like so trucker with it, so. You know,
and you said a term I never heard before. You said stripfluencer. Oh no, you gonna have to say that shit.
Stripfluencer.
Stripfluencer.
Stripfluencer instead of influencer. Stripfluencer.
Okay, so that's like strippers who do like the influencer thing.
Exactly. Yes.
I'm not gonna front you. That shit sounds like a disease. I don't know if y'all want to keep that in. You don't think about that. First, I started strep throat. Oh, because you got influenza, then you got strep, and I'm like, I don't know.
To the damn STDs, man.
But you said stripfluencer.
Straight to the nitty gritty. He's like gonorrhea, chlamydia.
First time I heard it made me jump. I'm not familiar with a lot of these terms.
No, stripfluencer. It's just influencing the stripper lifestyle. That's a proper term in I think. I think it suits it very well because that's what we're doing. We're influencing the entire lifestyle. So instead of downgrading it, put it up a notch.
Yeah. And I want to ask you, of the 3 channels that you run, which one's the one that you enjoy doing the most?
Honestly, I love my NinaUnrated Vlogs. Because there's so much negative things out online in regards to strippers, sex workers, hookers, prostitutes. And I'm like, let me show the lighter side of this life. There's a lot of educated women that work in our field. And it's always so negative, like they're drug addicts, they're, alcoholics, they're bad mothers, they're uneducated. It's just so, they're savage with it. When they talk about us sex workers, a lot of the terms are very savage, so.
I think with anybody who works in that realm, if you work in anything related to sex or money for your physical looks or whatever, I find people are extra harsh on people who do that kind of work.
But here's what's crazy. Here's the spin. Sorry to cut you off.
No, that's cool.
I didn't do that. My thing is this, because I'm gonna just treat it like I'm talking to you like on FaceTime. I don't even know you live right now. So it's on some real shit. The same people that are criticizing us, those are our #1 participants.
I noticed that. I actually noticed that the people who are most vehemently against it oftentimes are the ones who are either A, most susceptible to it, or 2, most involved in it.
And they're very, some people are very loud with their insecurity. So we, being so open with our life, first of all, I was never open about being a hoe or a stripper or a prostitute or an escort. There's a lot of different terminologies in the sex work industry. I was exposed online. I've never been the kind of person that I think, you know, hoeing is real private. Like your clientele is real private. So you don't want that out in the open. So my entire life was exposed. So for me, it's like the people that criticize the most is they have to criticize it in public, because in private, it's a different ballgame.
It's a different ballgame. Yeah, I've heard of that too. Because a friend of mine, she does a bit of escorting. Actually, is actually the girl came on the first episode. She told me, said,
yeah, I saw her. I saw her. I'm like, oh, me and baby girl can vibe real quick. Hold on a second. I need to be me and her on a show with you. Like,
yeah, you know, Azra is cool.
Real deal. I like her. And
yeah, she's awesome.
Smile. Oh,
yeah.
She getting her paper. All she gotta do is smile. Yo, flawless, stop playing. I'm like, yeah. She about that bread.
Is it because you've got so much time in the game that you know when people got potential and when people got it?
Oh yeah, I've been 24 years of. I didn't deal with just one entertainer. I've seen thousands.
Okay.
Thousands and thousands. I mean, I've rotated clubs, states. That's 24 years of. I was out for about 5 years cold turkey because I got into a relationship, a real serious relationship. So I got out all the way, but yeah, you can kind of tell who knows how to get their money and who's just doesn't understand the program. It's a whole, it's a game out here, like for real. So when you know how to play the game and you understand that you really got to just play chess, are you good? So she, you know, baby girl, she only a year in, but she's seasoned. She's seen some shit, but she a baby in the game. She a baby.
Yeah,
you know
she got a lot. She got a lot of work to do.
You know, she a baby.
Hey, no, that's fine. That's fine. We say the same thing when people, well, you know, even the comedy game, like when people are fresh in, you know, open micers or whatnot. You know the difference between that and when you many years in the game. It doesn't matter what age you are when you get in, but it's about the time in.
Yeah, but you know one thing? She's deadly, bro. That bitch
Why
is a lawyer.
Why is that? Why is that?
Ooh, her hustle. Oh, shit. That's what I'm saying. She got a different kind of game. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
she know how to talk to them. She know how to talk to them white collars.
Yeah, and that's something you can't teach. I find there's a certain level of charm and personality that you can't teach people. I mean, you could work out and get in shape. There's a lot of things you can, but I think with something like this is specifically, and I say this even with dating, sex appeal. I find is something very different than whether or not you look sexy. I feel like there's a difference between those two things. There's a way you can carry yourself and talk to people that gives you sex appeal versus being very physically attractive or very being like alluring.
Correct. I've seen ugly girls that I'm not calling anybody ugly.
No, we could do that. We could do that.
No, I'm saying I've seen people that wouldn't be considered attractive have more swag than the baddest bitches in the club. Yeah. Because when you not that cute like that, you got to develop a personality. So now you got to know how to talk to people. Sometimes the bad bitch has no conversation for you. And that's how they lose in the game. They don't educate themselves on people versus what will be, and I don't mean this to be offensive, but we have a term called the ugly duckling in the strip club. Sometimes makes just as much money as them girls that be up there in the game because she knows how to talk. Yep.
And what you're talking about is also true even in real life. Like, yo, you know, I've met a few. It doesn't happen too often, but I've met a few women with some game, and I was like, oh, it's a different ballgame.
Hold on, now that you talk about game, just to spit a little bit at you. I heard you say that you thought you was ugly. Was you for a compliment?
I mean, no, I wasn't. So the thing is,
not ugly though. Where you get that from?
Here's the thing. I'm not today, and I'm not now. But when you grow up most of your life thinking that way, it's hard to get yourself out of it, right? It's like if you're poor most of your life, even when you get money, you still have a poor man's mindset in a lot of ways. That's true. You might have cash, but you may not know how to hold on to it or how to manage it or to feel comfortable. Like, even now that I got cash, like, I don't feel comfortable in bougie ass spots. It just makes me uneasy. I feel like I don't belong. You know what I'm saying?
It's not your energy.
So it's a mindset. So, you know, when you're young and you spend most of your life a certain type of way, and you get these rejections or whatever, then you get used to something. That's what you're used to. You think of yourself that way.
So let me ask you this. Do you think your confidence now, because now you know, I just want to know if you think this. Do you think you're physically attractive?
I think I'm physically attractive to, I would say, like, to some people I'm definitely Today,
You look at
yes.
them and be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of fly, I got swag on me, right?
I'm doing all right for myself. I'm doing much better than I was before.
Do you
Yeah.
think the confidence came because you got finances in order? Or do you think
No.
it came because you got your maturity in order?
No, it had nothing to do with money. There's like a misconception that people have, but like since I started working all the time and doing all this shit full time, like I date and I'm out there way less than when I was before. For me, my confidence came from one, experience, and two, reflection. That's where my confidence came from. The more I was out there, the more I was dating, the more I was talking to women, and the more experience I got, and the more comfortable I got in those scenarios, the more comfortable and confident I have. So it doesn't matter if the girl's a 10, a 12, or a 3. I'm going to talk to them the same way because for me, I'm not phased by it anymore. You feel me?
Right, okay. All right.
Yeah,
So
like even for you, I'm
some-
sure it's the same for you, right? Like once you've seen those high value clients or those ballers and those regular dudes, like you know how to talk to everybody. You're good to go.
I learned how to talk to a lot of different kind of people because I was exposed to so many people, like on cue. Like
Right.
every night was 100 new people. So I had to develop. Put it this way: when I first started stripping, I wasn't the baddest bitch in the club. I went there my first night. I didn't even know how to shave my pussy. Like I didn't know these things. I didn't know that I had to wear 6-inch stilettos, so I showed up in sandals and shit. My bad. I didn't know these things. So,
hey, hold up. I gotta ask. That night when you showed up in sandals, did you make some money?
Yo, I did.
Hey, let's go.
I did. Yo, but the game was different back then. Because back then, dudes was just happy with just really looking at you and be like, oh my God, I can't believe you had the nerve to take your panties off in front of me. Like, I did it in Boston where we was like raw opening up our shit. Like, you know, they was giving us OBGYN exams in the strip club where I started. I started in an all nude club.
Right.
Some people aren't broken into that. So to me, it was like, it was a lot of that. So I had to mature a lot. So the game was different then than what it is now. But I wasn't one of those girls that was put together. I had to learn how to put myself together. But when I came back the second shift, oh, you best believe.
You are on point.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you learned.
I just like looked at one of these bitches, broke them down. I'm like, her hair, her toes, her nails, her lashes, her makeup. Hold on a second. She got titties, ass, her shoes. I broke it down from head to toe, and then I would just duplicate it. And when I walked in the next night, they was like, who's this bitch? They had to re-audition me.
Right. I want to ask you, now do you feel like you're comfortable in your own habits that you've like kind of crafted for yourself?
In regards to what?
To how you dress and to how you hold yourself to the things that you do. Would you say you're like fit by industry standards, or is NinaUnrated doing things her own way?
I've always done things my own way. That's probably why my brand hasn't developed as fast as many other YouTubers.
Right.
I've never been in the box. I've worked regular jobs and done regular things and had a square lifestyle for a while, but I've never fit into an actual specific genre on YouTube. So I'm still developing my brand because it's kind of taboo in a way.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. What you spoke about is literally how most people learn any craft. When you jump into comedy, for example, or you dance, you start off by imitating the people you see around you that are doing well, and then as you imitate them and you start to replicate, you break down. Okay, this is where he moved here and whatever. Then after some time, you start to develop into your own as you get more comfortable in the game. But initially, you don't know what you're doing, so you just copy whoever, and that's how you have to start. So it's just interesting to hear you talk about stripping that way, because I never thought of it that way, but I'm realizing it's all the same shit.
It is. And there's so many different levels to it. It's kind of like you said, like if you start a new job, if you start anything that's new and you're a baby or something, you gotta see. I didn't have somebody be like, hey, yo, come here, bitch. Let me take you under my wing and let me show you what the game is. I made a bunch of mistakes when I started stripping. Like, you're not supposed to be dating customers, but that's where I met my baby daddy. Turned out he was an asshole. So, shit like that, like, there's certain things you shouldn't be doing. Like, you shouldn't be dating people from the club. You should just be tricking off of them. Don't try to build something with somebody you met from a club, because no matter what, and it's sad to say, they're not ever going to give you the level of respect you deserve when you get out the game. It don't work like that.
Hold on. I'm going to say one thing, and then I want to actually ask you a question about that. Actually, when you go to comedy clubs, they say the same thing. When you work it, don't date any of the wait staff. Don't date anybody who works at that comedy club. Oh, yeah, you can't do that, because if you come back around the next time and it went south, they don't bring you back. There's actually rules in a lot of comedy clubs where they say if you fuck the wait staff, we'll never bring you back as a headliner?
Well, I would say that regular clubs are where the new hoes are at now. The open hoes is in the strip club. The low-key hoes are bottle service girls, waitresses at these high-end clubs. But if the right opportunity come along, because these waitresses get, I'm just going to spit on that real quick. These waitresses get just as much attention as we do when we're naked. As a matter of fact, they get more attention.
Right.
Because the mystery's still there. They haven't seen that bitch's nipples.
Right.
They haven't spanked the ass yet because you're not supposed to do that.
Right.
So they're just the real good hoes. You know, they got a little bit of education. They got their little bartending license. That, you know, they're working at these high scale. They know how to talk to people. They know how to move, but they still selling ass the same way as we do at the clubs. Yeah,
I actually was. I wanted to ask you about this. But you said before that they don't show you the same level of respect if you is it if you leave the club for somebody you're dating? Is that what you said?
For example, like, the strip clubs raised me, right? So I was there so much at a time. It's like, where the hell am I going to meet somebody? And you start questioning a lot of shit. So then I was like, okay, if I meet somebody in this club, this dude going to have some money. He's going to get me out the game. Like, fuck this. Thinking that me and this person would have been able to bond in a different level. He saw the real me. Like, he saw how I got money. So we going to get out now. And he's going to respect me on a different level. That never happens. Because he would why? Remember, he could always go back to that, but I met you at the club.
Right.
He was in the NFL. In my situation, I got out with an NFL athlete for 5 years, and then he went broke. Let's not even talk about that. So, but there was some shady shit that would happen. I'm like, oh, wow, this dude will never see my value because of where he met me. Like, he wasn't at the mature level that I needed him to be to understand, like, yo, I'm just a hustler. Right. Like, this is just my hustle. If I tell you that I'm gonna get the fuck out, it's me and you. We rocking different. I'm showing you that I'm thoroughbred. Like, I'm for real. He never saw that because he met me at the club. And in return, I should have never took him seriously because I met him at the club. It don't just go one way.
No, yeah. I mean, I think for most folks, how you meet does matter to some degree, and especially in this environment like that kind of changes a lot. And also considering what you do, I know for some people, even though they can intellectually want to say, I'm over it or I'm not thinking about it, for a lot of people, it still stays in the back of their mind. But I'd have to ask, what is dating like for you, considering what you do? How different is that?
Right. I'm different. I don't know. I'm transparent as fuck. I'll tell the dude right now, you need to Google me. Oh man, hey yo, Ma, I really want to kick it with you. Like, yo, you fly as fuck. Yo, bro, Google me. Just if you can get past everything you see online, right? And you understand that this is a work, and you understand that I'm doing what the fuck I gotta do, then maybe I might rock with you. But right now, I'm just doing a lot of fucking. Like, okay, dating. I'm not looking for a relationship, bro. Like, I'm good. I've been single since, like, in my mind, since like May of like last year, because you know you really ain't broken up until you leave a motherfucker. You feel me? So nah, I'm good. I'm just catching all the dick I can, being my little whole self.
Hey, I ain't even mad at you. You know what I mean? Listen, as long as you could sleep well at night and you good with it, whatever other people want to say, fuck them.
I'm gonna be real. Look.
Right, go ahead, hit me.
We homies now, right?
Are we straight? Yeah, let's go.
If you say, hey, yo, Nina, I fuck with you, like, for real, I've gotten to know you for a little bit, I've kicked it raw with you, like, not raw like sex, fucking, I'm talking about raw, like, on some real shit, and you understand who I am, and I'm gonna be like, yo, me and you was about to commit and go on a different level, everything that was behind me, you ain't even gotta worry about. Like, I'm gonna give you my word, because literally that's all I have. Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, my being, I'm not talking about materialistic things. What comes out of my mouth is what the fuck I mean, and I want to mean what the fuck I say. So if we're going to build together, motherfucker, it's just me and you. Now, don't go around doing a bitch like me dirty. Because I'm going to make sure that if you catch one pussy, I'm going to catch 10 dicks, and they're probably going to be your homeboys. So don't try to play me, because it's not going to go good. You said you and I was going to build together. I told you I was going to put the dick on hold, and it's going to be your dick and this pussy having conversations on a regular level. We're going to do some nasty shit. What you into? Tell me what you into so you don't have to go nowhere else. But if you try to play me, oh no, I'm going to call the hoe back. Nah, bitch, you need to come back up in here because this motherfucker try to play your shit on me. No. For all his boys, line him up. Because I dick is so good. I clean, I suck your dick. I give it to you however you wanted it, and you still play me? No, baby. We're not doing that. I'm taking you and all your boys with me, and then I'm gonna cut you off, and I'm gonna move on to the next motherfucker. That's if I give you my commitment. I don't play with no whole shit, because a commitment, that word has meaning.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes. Do you
no,
find?
Bitch, I don't feel what you're saying.
No, I get what you're saying 100%. Do you feel like folks, from your perspective nowadays, are less, or has this always been the case? Like in terms of commitment, like people on some fuck shit.
I just feel people aren't honest with themselves.
Right. Right.
You could be single. You don't have to get into a relationship with a male or a female. You could just be single and then say, hey, I'm just going to see you for right now, but if shit don't work out, I'm going to let you know that I might be seeing somebody else. Just be honest with yourself, because the thing is, most people want to find security and know that somebody got their back 100, because if they really knew that they didn't have their back the same because they was out here doing what they was doing, it'd be different.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's when the word commitment comes in. Don't get yourself into a committed relationship. Don't call the bitch your girlfriend. Don't call her wifey. Don't call her your fucking, I'm engaged to this bitch. Don't do that. Just be like, hey, yo, ma, it's just me and you. We kicking under some real shit. You're not the only one. But when I'm with you, I'm going to make sure you're not disrespected. Ain't no bitch going to walk up on you acting funny, but just know that I'm a single man. And this dick is not going on just one bitch. That's what women got beef with. Y'all be lying to these hoes.
But you know the thing is, most dudes I find lie because they think you guys won't like the truth or won't accept it. Even though you
bitches don't want. No, you're right. Most bitches don't want the truth.
Right,
so
exactly.
you gotta tell every bitch who the fuck you are, so that you can find the bitch that's about that life.
Yeah, but then that means we're passing up on a lot of pussy. That's what's going on. So dudes is trying to smash.
Why you passing up on pussy if you letting them know that you're not? We not. And listen, I'm a woman. You're not listening. I'm giving you the game. I'm a woman. If you tell it on the up and up, first of all, you look more appealing to a bitch. Damn, it's not just me. You put a competitive heat underneath her, because there's 5 other hoes I'm fucking with. You better be lucky if I choose you. In other words, a man needs to let these bitches know, like, yo, there's 10 bitches, and I'm looking for the one I'm gonna marry, but I'm not committed to any one of y'all. Watch these bitches come over here. Ooh, one gotta clean better than the other. One gotta suck your dick better than the other. One gotta be sexier than the other. They're gonna compete for your affection. Then you can make the choice of who the fuck you can fuck with the most, or by yourself, but don't commit. That's fraudulent shit on both parties.
I agree, but I'm trying to say from the male perspective, what they think is going to happen when they're telling you the truth, they think you're going to be like deuces, or they think you're going to be causing drama, like asking them a bunch of questions that they don't want to answer. So
not if you do it from the beginning. Women do that shit when you say shit like this. Hey, yo, ma, it's just me and you, shorty, ain't nobody else. Yeah, you know I love you, ma. We're going to have them babies. I'm going to buy you that crib. You feel this dick all up in your spine, mommy? Yeah, that's my dick. Call my name. You saying all that stupid? You confusing this bitch.
Hey, I agree. You're telling me what it is or what's gonna happen. I'm telling you what we think is gonna happen.
Thinking, right.
So those are two different things. What you're saying is most likely gonna happen. I would agree with you for the most part. What I'm trying to say is what Dan are thinking. If they were to,
I agree.
You know what I mean? They think it's gonna go left. They think it's like, oh, okay, she gonna not gonna want to smash, or she gonna give me headaches. So it's just easier if I tell her some lies.
No, and it's true, and it is easier, but it's easier at the beginning. Peep game. You got the pussy. The amount of bullshit that is piling up like a snowball at the end of that game, homie, it wasn't worth it.
That wasn't.
She showed up at your job, knocking on your door, slashing your tires, keying your car, calling your baby mama.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
Trust me, women want to know. I'm telling you from a female perspective, I've seen it, I've witnessed it. Women want to know that they got the dude to choose them. Keep an open playing field. But yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. That is exactly what they think. I better not be honest, because if I'm honest, she gonna dip. Most of them will. But they'll be back.
Now I want to ask. Do you think that your perception of like the female experience is different because of the environments that you roll in and the people that you're normally around? And I'm making 100%. A lot of assumptions when I say Okay, so can you speak to that? How do you feel like that shit's different? Because I'll also be honest, you know, sometimes like people send me links to girls who are talking, right? And they're talking about how like they want this or that out of a man. And I'm like, where does she live? And the girl will be like, and the person who's in the video who's talking, she'll be like, she'll be from Miami. And I'm like, well, they got different sets of expectations than a girl who lives in fucking Wyoming. You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
it's not
that's
the
true.
same everywhere. You know, like even the idea of like plastic surgery, it's more accepted in certain areas than it is in other parts of the country. I'm not saying it doesn't happen everywhere.
Very true.
But you know, if I go to Miami, it's a different ballgame than if I go to fucking North Dakota. All right, it's not the same. I'm not going to CC. You know? So I want to ask you, how does that affect your perception, or like how has that affected you, where you've kind of been inoculated or been around?
I feel like I've been blessed because I've been lucky enough. My perspective is different because I've been lucky enough to travel all over and meet all kind of different people. So I continuously open my mind to new types of energies and new type of people and dialogue and food. So I'm very open-minded. Most people that I've met, their energy is very much so one of a hamster, where they run in this 9-to-5 wheel for 20 years, hoping that they get this pension that's not even guaranteed type shit, because then they fuck you over because the new laws change and all kind of crazy shit. So they're very boxed in, and I've always feared living in a box. So I've always pushed myself out. My thinking is very open and not judgmental. I'm not going to pass judgment I'm just not going to pass judgment. That's one of the benefits to being exposed to so many different lives, like, or so many different situations, if I'm making any sense at all. So I actually feel blessed that I've been open to so many things. But most people, they live in fear. I don't. Yeah. I've actually could look back and be like, hey, damn, I've lived my life. I've done some wild shit. Like I've jumped out of a plane and I've traveled the world and I've gone to London and went to jail, bitch, and I got arrested, and I worked at a club, and I worked at a sex work, and I fucked a senator, and I fucked an athlete, and like so much different crazy shit where most people have never experienced half the things I've experienced. So
just on that point, I want to ask you, so you've talked about the upside. What do you think is the cost of that?
Losing everything.
Yeah, so talk about that.
Losing everything. I've lost everything so that I can get it all. And by everything, I mean I have no family. I don't know where my son is. I haven't heard from my son in years, although I reach out every day. I cut off all my family members, all of my past friends. Like it's just me, like focusing on where I want to go and what I want to do with my life. So for you to get this kind of mindset, you have to lose everything, break into a million pieces, and then build yourself back the fuck up. You have to do that. And you can only build something back up once it's been broken, as fucked up as that sounds. But you got the choice on how you're going to lay those pieces down. You understand what I'm saying? So you're either going to be like, damn, everybody sees me as this dirty ass hoe, or you're going to be like, man, fuck this. I'm going to capitalize on how everybody sees me, and I'm going to let them see it in full color. I'm taking them to the club with me. I'm taking them here. I'm taking them there. I'm going to show them where I got this positive mindset from, because everybody talks about how positive I can be, but they don't understand that it took struggle and pain to get there. Yeah. So it's just a different point of view in life altogether. I'm more spiritual now than I've ever been, but I would have never been able to attain this level had I not laid in bed with so many different men and experienced so many different type of energies. Because that's what you're doing when you're swapping with another person like that, especially for monetary reasons. You know? Yeah, yeah. I'm the vacation. I'm their vacation. So that's interesting. I know it's a lie. I just gave you a lie. No,
don't stress it. Don't stress it. It's good, because sometimes I just need to pause and I just need to think about it. There's something that you said that was interesting. You said you had to go through a lot in order to get to the point that is, and you said you had to lose and destroy a lot. And I think a lot of folks miss that point. It's like, you know, whether it's their favorite artist or someone that they admire, you know, the trajectory towards getting to that place sometimes is like very arduous, and you lose a lot of folks, and you lose a lot. And it's just interesting because as you speak about like the escorting or stripping experiences, for me it's kind of like cathartic, because I'm like, it's very similar to stories I hear from people who, you know, who I know who were soldiers, or who I know who were you know, comedians or really good artists in general. It's like there's a lot of tragedy and loss involved in that experience, and before they get to that place of like some sense of peace. Some of them never find it. Some of them will get consumed by the loss, and then it kills them. But it was just interesting listening to you talk about that. I'm like, I don't know. Normally you think of stripping and escorting as such a random world with like, people just trying to make money and whatever the fuck. But just hearing you speak about it for me is a little bit different. That's why I'm thinking about it.
That's all people know. They go there, they go in this building, they get dressed, they throw their clothes on, and that's it. We play therapists to a lot of people. We play therapists to other dancers. We play to each other. We play therapists with these men that we're exchanging our body and our energy with for their money, versus they don't get a headache and they get to vent to us because we're not going to judge them. Versus where their wife they can't even open up to their wives. So there's a lot more than just money on the floor and making it rain and a bitch shaking her ass. We're actually connected, and we meet her. It's crazy because it's going to sound a little crazy. I've met a lot of good people. Like, I'm talking about, I guess the only thing you could say about them is they paid a hoe. You see what I'm saying? But if that's the worst they ever did, then it is what it is. Or if they met some kind of freaky thing about them, where they're like, hey, yo, I don't want you to do this for me, and I'm going to hook you up because I can't go to my wife or my girlfriend, or I can't do this because I have a certain type of job. These people come to us and we're a black hole to them, meaning they can just pour it all into us. And it's never ending. Versus when you give all that energy to your wife or your girlfriend or your partner or your husband, you suck the energy out of them. They don't have it. There's so much more to the strip club life. I could talk to you for hours. It's a lot.
There's a lot. I brought this up with two other people who had a live stream. One was Kevin Samuels and the other one was Azria, the girl you watched. And both of them said the same thing. It's like, people clown on the sex trade, but its necessities towards some people's mental health and well-being is absolutely necessary. It's like people clown like, oh my God, this shit's so disgusting. There's a lot of people out there, CEOs, senators, successful school teachers who don't, if they didn't have that, they would not be okay.
Yo, right. It's not that they want us. As a matter of fact, they don't want us. That's why they got the wife. They don't want us. They need us. We're a necessity. Because we're the only ones that are going to pull on them fucking strap-ons. They can't go to the wife Susie at home with her 3 little kids that goes to soccer practice and shit. Be like, hey, babe, can you put the strap on? I'm trying to get it tonight. You can't do that with your wife because it's not acceptable in society. Which is where we come in and be like, hey, yo, what you need us to do? Oh, okay, well, that's it. It's going to be another $2,000, daddy. Well, I'm just saying. The price went up a little bit. Yeah, taxes is high and shit, COVID price.
But they need that. And I actually asked this to Astrid before, but I'm like, if society, here's the irony here. If society didn't shame, and if society was way more accepting of the kind of work that you did and the kind of stuff that goes on behind closed door, ironically, these men would not need to go to you guys as much because they would have a much more open space to be able to do this.
Oh, no, we want to, boo-boo, we want to stay taboo, honey.
Okay. All right. I was thinking about that because people talk about like advocacy and like removing the taboo. I'm like, if you take off the taboo, then your job is dead.
Nah. We want to, boo-boo, you stay nice and square. That's what we're here for. We'll never go out of business. You know why? Because every man just wants more pussy. One ain't enough. Sorry. You can. And my thing is this. This might not be for everybody, but if these women were smart, and I'm going to spit some shit that you might not agree on, but I'm going to keep it real with you. Because I've been on the other side. I'm telling you what your man, and he's telling you, bitch, pay attention, ho. It's like this. If these wives at home understood their position, baby girl, you A1, especially with a man with money. You A1, you the number one. In other words, you have access to all the houses, all the credit cards, all the bank accounts. You got keys to all the cards. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You ain't gonna say nothing to you. Versus the hoe gotta ask for some permission. Like, hey, daddy, come and see me. Yeah, that's gonna be 5,000. Like, whatever the fuck. There's rules and regulations to both parties. Right. So if the wife were to open up fully and be as open as we were, we'd totally be out of business. 100%.
You said something that was interesting. You said dudes are always going to need more pussy.
Yeah.
And you know this from like married dudes and stuff like that. Like that's just the way it rolls.
I know this from pastors. Amen to Jesus.
Yeah.
Yes, hallelujah.
Yeah.
And they be out congregation money.
So let me ask you then, if you expect this and you know this to be true, Why is it in your personal life you expect monogamy or that
I
kind
don't
of?
expect monogamy. I never said I expected that. I want you to tell me why I said I expected monogamy. I don't expect
Sorry.
monogamy. I'll give you my
But
commitment.
right.
I give you my commitment in exchange to your commitment until you claim me.
Right.
Every man has a timeline. It's gonna happen.
Okay, so that's my question. So that's my question. If you know the inevitable is coming, right, which is that they gonna want some more pussy, right? Why would you want that knowing the inevitable is coming? That's my question.
No, I play different. For example, if I get into a committed relationship, it's me and you, baby. I'm gonna talk to you. It's me and you. We in this together. We're gonna do our shit, right?
All right, let's go. I got you.
And you're like, I'm gonna give you my commitment. Your job as a man is to be like, hey, yo, mom, my dick's a little itchy. You know what I'm saying? I need another bitch to come scratch this shit. My job to be like, damn, inevitably this man's gonna cheat. Let me go find the bitch I wanna fuck too. Cause now if you can fuck her, no. If you can fuck her, I can fuck her too. And if you can fuck another bitch, I can fuck another dude. So I'm just saying that I'm the kind of bitch that levels out the playing field. So if you can take random pussy, then I should be able to take random dick. Now, do you want to watch? Because I'm going to watch when you fuck this bitch. I'm going to hold her here for you. Hold on a second. Honey, you got to go deeper. No, he don't like it like that. A little bit more sweet, a little bit less sweet. Yeah, right there. Okay, daddy, you like that? Yeah. I'll be back. I'm going to go cook for y'all.
All right, okay, so you a team player. You a team player like that.
I'm just saying it does. I've seen so much that I know what the rules are.
Yeah.
It's my chessboard. You see what I'm saying? I've seen it. You can't come and tell me, oh, yo, I'm gonna be real good. I've never in my life, I promise you, it's sad to say, I've never met a faithful man. Every man I've ever tested has failed. Every woman that has told me, yo, can you test my dude for me? I'd be like, hey, yo, failed within minutes. Because if the opportunity presents itself, they can get away with it, they're gonna do it. So why not be open to the idea of, hey, yo, commitment is not, loyalty is not real.
Right. So let me ask you then some more questions on that topic. Is that a result of one, what you're looking for in a dude, two, the kind of men that you're meeting through these environments, or three, do you just believe it's the reality for most men?
I think it's the reality for most men. I think from what I've experienced and what I've actually witnessed, monogamy is unrealistic. You've never even seen it in history anywhere. There hasn't been some award given out for the most faithful man on the planet. It's always some scandal on how the straightest edge dude done fucked up on one bitch. Like, I'm on the other side. I'm not talking from a perspective of women that have never even been exposed to who they're. These women are with men and they don't even know who their man is. I know who you are. You feel me? Like, yo, dude doing shit with me that he ain't never gonna do with you. Your dude is not coming to you, but like, hey, yo, ma, I'm fucking with her because she waxes her asshole. When I bend you over, you got hair coming out your ass and you put on the thumb. It's not even sexy. You don't dress up for me. You don't smell good. You don't even shower properly. There's a lot of shit that dudes complain about. And I'm trying to tell these bitches like, yo, ma, let me give you the game. Let me give you the game. And they're like, oh, no. Nah, man. I'm like, oh, my God, I just your man. I just your man. I'm telling you. All right. Not Mikey, right? You right. You right. Let's make sure you and I don't sit because Mikey paying my rent. Not Mikey, though. Not Mikey.
Yeah.
It be like that.
It does. And you know what's funny is I think a lot of people don't recognize how prevalent this behavior is. Whether you go to like a lot of Arab countries where they got multiple wives in some situations. And
it just makes sense. They got
like, they know what time it is. And even like even in a lot of African spots, like it's just well known that you just don't complain or you don't say much about it. It's just kind of understood.
Let me tell you this. I'm gonna complain if you broke.
Okay.
If you want to have 3 or 4 bitches, you better make sure I'm not missing nothing, Papa. Nothing. You can have whatever. What she gonna do for us? She gonna cook. That one gonna raise the kids. This one gonna teach them math. You need an army to raise the motherfuckers around you. You gotta build that unit. So if you got a good man and he's, you know what I'm saying, and he can take care of all these women.
Yeah.
I don't see no problem with that because keeping it real, don't no bitch want to fuck her dude 7 days a week. Let Maria do that on Tuesdays.
Right.
Let Tanya do that on Thursdays, bitch. I'll suck your dick on Friday, honey. Like, yeah, go ahead. I don't know. Can I go to Paris today? Can I go to Paris, honey? Yeah, me and all the kids are going to Paris. Can you afford that? Now I'm fucking with you. You can have whoever you want to because I need to know who you fucking when I'm gone.
Right.
I need to know who you fucking. Who is it, Maria? Tanya? Nicole, bitch, Carla, who you fucking
just don't bring home no secret kids, no STDs, and make sure the home's taken care of.
See, But Papa, that's where the problem comes in. Why are you going out fucking other bitches when you could just bring them home and like? Why you lying? Why people gotta lie like that?
And I'm with you. I'm with you. If you're gonna do the whole multiple wives thing, you gotta do it ethically. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it the right way.
Let them all know.
Yeah. No. I agree with you on that point. Yeah, you can't be out there just doing what you want.
Well, no. You can, but you have to disclose that.
Right, but then again, there's a way to do it where everyone's good with it.
Wait, I'm gonna talk to you like, hey, yo, babe, what happened last night? Yo, you didn't come home last night. What happened, babe? Your job is to be like this. Say, yo, man, I fucked up. I saw this bitch. She was Brazilian Hawaiian. Her ass was ridiculous. Her titties on point. Then she looked at me funny, and my dick got hard. So I fucked up. My bad. You're supposed to be able to do that.
Hey, listen. I agree. I agree. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you 110 on that. You should be able to do that. Thing is, most women are not you, for one. And two, even though you say a lot of them would be accepting of that, I can guarantee you, vast majority, because you want to know why we're raised in a society where we tell men, you got to be the loyal one, you got to be monogamous, you got to make it work, you got to marry her, take care of the family. That's how we raise people. And then we teach girls, better get your wedding day, get your wedding dress. He can only be faithful to you if the man's going to cherish you, blah, blah, blah. So when you're indoctrinating that, even though you're talking like this, and I can feel you on that, most people are not going to, they're not going to rock with that. They're not going to rock with that.
Most people don't live in a real world.
I agree.
They live in a 9-to-5 hamster wheel that they run the same race every day in a box. You ever seen a hamster?
Yeah.
It's a glass cage giving you the illusion that you're living your life, but you're living a fucking hamster wheel. You haven't experienced shit.
I'm gonna say that. I get what you're saying about the hamster wheel. You know, even the 9-to-5 thing is not the issue for me. For me, it's like people are disillusioned in regards to how a lot of marriages and a lot of relationships work. People talk about like, oh my God, people cheat so much today. Motherfucker, your grandfather had a second family. Yeah, but they don't. Your grandfather had a second family. Like a lot of infidelity has been happening for a long time that we just never talked about. We romanticize the past as if there was a time where cheating wasn't rampant or infidelity wasn't common. So I think I have an issue with, and this is not even like just a 9-to-5 hamster wheel. I know artists who are disillusioned about this. I know people from the streets who are disillusioned about this. Like it really comes down to whether or not you're actually knowledgeable and you've done a bit of research or you've experienced things. That's been my experience generally. So
I think from experience
will definitely be one of the teachers.
I think from experience,
yeah. Also education.
Like a lot of people want to understand what you're saying, but they can't understand it because they've never experienced it.
Yeah. So, but you talk like this, right? And they'll listen to you and they'll be like, oh my God, what she's saying is so gross. Well, what she's saying is the truth of the world.
Right, they don't want to say, right, but that's what I mean. I'm like that sin that it's coming out and be like, hey, yo, listen, this is what's really going on with this side of the world that we live on. Yes, we're taboo, and that's how we capitalize is on the tabooness of it. So when I do speak out in the open, it's kind of like, shh, don't tell me the truth because I like living in my lie. You're fucking up my fantasy. Yeah. You know, everybody wants that. They want the man that's just gonna. I'm gonna tell you what a woman wants, right? They want a man that's gonna come home and say, "Hi, honey, how was your day?" Shower them with anything they want. They don't want to feel like that. I'm not talking about buying them gifts and shit. That's just so petty. I'm talking about being able to provide for her without her ever feeling the need like we can't attain the foods that we want or the experiences that we want. A woman wants to feel like you're grateful to have her because a woman would commit to you without a fault and give you her 100% everything. She will empty her soul into a man. And a man just doesn't know how to say, please don't empty yourself into me because I have about 5 other bitches that are empty, that I'm emptying myself into.
I ain't mad at you. That's a crazy point. But yo, listen, actually, we could have kept going for another hour and a half, but I gotta go because. No. Listen, this has been fire. Honestly, we'll definitely have to do a second one like this because this was good to chop it up with you. But real quick, where can people find you just before I kind of wrap up the notes?
NinaUnrated main channel. NinaUnrated Vlogs is the stripper channel. NinaUnrated Eats is the eating show channel. And honestly, I want to say thank you. Honestly, thank you so much for this opportunity because believe it or not, Just to get serious on a real note, believe it or not, I don't know if my son's watching. So I appreciate you giving me this platform. To my son, Maximus Greenwood, I had to take advantage of it and tell you that I love you so much. And I'm working hard, puppy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. To you, for real.
Yeah. No worries. No worries. All right, listen, I'm gonna end it on that. That was a beautiful talking to you. Thank you. Peace.
Cheers.
Let me just switch over here. Oh yeah, so for a lot of you who are watching who may not know what that last portion was about, apparently, as I understand it, is that she is not allowed to see her son. And some of you be like, oh, whatever, this and that. You might have your opinions, but at the end of the day, you know, apparently the circumstance outside of her control doesn't have that opportunity. So, yeah, she communicates with them how she can. And that was that portion. That was crazy, man. She's awesome. I like talking to her. She's real people, and maybe it's because of the way I was raised and the environments I was at. But I like talking to people that are real. That's just me personally. Like I could chop it up with her for hours, and I would enjoy it because I know that she's been through things. So for me to listen to her is enjoyable. You know, some of you may not approve the lifestyle, whatever it is. She got a lot of knowledge and a lot of information that I think is pertinent, and I like her perspective. So. That was fun, man. I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. And, yeah. Yeah, I wish I could have unpacked the sun stuff with her because I felt like she dropped a bomb on y'all. Y'all didn't get a chance to get it. But she got a video about it. I'll probably link it. I haven't watched it in full, but she talks about, you know, her son and all that stuff. So maybe y'all want to do a bit of research. But, yeah, we're going to bring on the second person for the second date. So let me just go through that process. And while I'm doing that, you know what I'm saying? Let me just play a little bit of music for y'all. All right, all right. That was so much fun, man. I really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. She was really cool. All right, let me just hit up Homegirl for the second one, and then we'll get this popping. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. Guys, if you're in the chat and you guys have had a good time or you've been enjoying this, leave a 1 in the chat, okay? Hey, join us. Let me just keep playing a bit of music while we... So yeah, we're going to date number 2. Morena. Morena, ay mi morena, morena.
In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Damn, this shit goes hard, bro. This shit goes hard. All right, here we go. Hey, Kathy, how you doing? All right,
Hello?
folks, we got our... Yes, I can hear you. You want to try turning on the camera?
Yeah.
Let me know when you're good. You got this. I believe in you.
Where is it? Oh.
Yeah, there's a little button you got to press. It's the camera button. All the way from France. Oh, okay. Seems like she left. You want to try that again? There should be a button that says turn on camera.
It says no video permission.
Oh, wait. Let me just check here. You should try... hold up. Here, you should have video permission now. Just click on it now.
So it's waiting queue, right?
No. You're already in the spot. So don't move anymore. Just click on turn on video.
Oh my gosh, am I that bad?
It's okay. Not everyone's good at Discord, so I believe in you. You got this.
All right. Okay.
Are we in? Okay, hold up. Let me just move this around
think
over
so.
here. Okay, hold up. Let me do this. Okay, we're here. All right, Kathy. Is your name actually Kathy?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
all
no,
right.
actually, it's not. Kathy is just what people usually call me.
Okay. Is there a name you prefer I use? Is there like a nickname or anything like
Kathy's
that?
great.
Kathy's great. Okay, cool. Catherine.
Catherine, yes.
Catherine sounds too official, like you should be royalty from the Buckingham
I
Palace.
know, yeah, it sounds too official. It sounds too formal, so I tend to use Kathy.
You have a very like English England accent. Is that am I
Really?
fair? Yeah.
Oh, unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
is that where you're from?
No, I'm from France.
You're from France. Vous êtes française?
Française, ouais.
Ok, donc vous parlez français. Mais comment ça se fait que quand tu parles anglais, you speak with such a English accent?
Because I lived in the UK for a little bit, so I did
Okay.
there.
Okay.
And I lived there for 2 years when I was a bit younger as well. So
Okay, you know what's crazy right now is I hear both accents, so it's like throwing me the fuck off because I'm like, j'entends le français, and then I also hear the English at the same time, so I'm like
Really?
bugging right now. Yeah. Certain words that you say, like the way that you say it, I can hear the French intonation, so it's kind of
Yeah, and
interesting.
it's
Hold
weird
up.
because I was in the south when I was like really young, and I was in the north when I was at university, so I kind of picked up a little bit of the northern accent and then a little bit of the southern accent. So it's a weird accent in the end.
Really young, there's a way to speak English like this.
Oh, you sound very French.
Oh, I can do it. I can still do it. Yeah, we got a lot of French people here. I be hating on them all the time.
You know, I
so when
actually thought
so
you
when
were
I'm
English.
you thought I was English from where?
Yeah. Actually,
From
thought you
like-
were English. Because
Oh, no.
every time I heard the video, it was always Preach that was speaking in French.
Yeah. Preach speaks French. I also speak French. My first language is French. Donc, pour moi, parler en français, je suis vraiment à l'aise. But
Okay.
I don't speak it too often anymore, but I'm still very comfortable. I can have a full-on conversation.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I be hating
Guess
on
we can
French
switch
people.
up. Okay.
Yeah, well, we could. I think most of the audience is English, so we're not going to be doing that. But it's crazy because I'm so used to hating on French people all the time that
Oh, really? You hate
I've
on
learned.
Canadian people too.
Oh yeah, but it's fine because everybody hates on French people, so it's perfectly
Oh,
acceptable.
not as much as Canadian. You guys' accents.
No,
It's so
no,
bad.
there's no way. I can honestly tell you, if you travel like most of Europe, like French people are like, ugh. Most people, don't like them. But when it
Yeah,
comes to
why not?
Canadians, if I rock a Canadian flag and I go somewhere, people are like, I mean, y'all are chill.
I've been to that country. It looks nice. I haven't been there, but it looks
Oh
very
yeah,
nice.
you
I'll give
you
that.
missing out. You missing out. Okay, if you like
Really?
if you like freedoms and stuff, it's a great time. But I was
So
gonna
what's wrong?
ask,
Why do people hate the French?
are you? Oh, you don't know?
No. I wanna
Are you
know.
serious?
Yeah.
You
Okay, I
are-
heard that they're rude. but
Okay.
honestly,
I'm gonna do something
no.
real quick. Yo, everybody in the chat. Okay, if you dislike French people, okay, from France, put a 1. If you love French people from France, put a 2. Okay, I just want to see and be honest. Don't ride for me. Have your own opinion. Okay, 1 in the
Of course they
chat
love
if you like.
French. Everybody loves the French.
I'm telling you right now. They do not. Okay, and especially here because we get so many French immigrants who come down here to live in Montreal. So when they come down, man, there's always beefs. There's always problems because
Really?
you guys have a bit of a, like a bit of a snobby
on.
attitude.
Okay, snobby. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've heard that before.
Oh yeah. Okay. Here we go. There you go. Everyone's putting a bunch of 1s in the chat. Everybody
I'm
already
not
knows.
seeing that.
It's okay. You don't
I
need to see
don't
it.
believe you until I see it.
I mean, if you need to see it, you can see it. It's going crazy. They're all putting 1s. But
Really? Two,
hold up. When you
one.
travel, when you travel, are you speaking French most of the time, or are you speaking English?
When I travel, I speak English most of the time.
Okay, that's
yeah,
why.
French people cannot speak. Okay.
Yeah,
No.
that's why.
It's getting
And
better.
people don't even know that you're from France because they don't even associate your accent with it.
Maybe, yeah. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes they say they hear it on some words that I say, but
Yeah, if I hear it a little bit, it's not an issue. But like, if I really if you were the picture perfect, trop la la, like if you were like a French person from France, like if they saw that, there's definitely a different attitude.
you
But
think
it's,
they
I don't
walk
want.
away?
I mean, I wouldn't say they walk away, but there's a immediate like, ugh. Because again, it's one of those things where French people have a very known attitude for. Okay, there's 2 of them. Okay, there's 2 known stereotypes about French people. Okay.
Okay.
That are bad. Okay, the one is that you guys are super snobby, which from
Okay.
my personal experience, like there's a bit of an elitist attitude. All right, I went to
Okay.
a lycée. I've been a lot of time around French people. I believe some of that to be true.
So you've been
And the
living in
sec-
France?
No, not in France. Just the French people that I constantly meet. Like I went to France has a lot of lycées all over the world where they bring French teachers from France to come down and teach in a lot of different countries. So when I lived in Ethiopia, I was with a French teacher. And then the second one is like that you guys don't shower. That was the second one.
Don't shower?
Yeah, you guys smell, man. No,
I thought that was Americans.
No. That's 100. And you know what was crazy is I didn't believe it, but Preach swears by it. He's like, bro, I worked in nightclubs. The French people, a lot of them do not shower.
Really? No, that's not true. Okay, I know there's one. It's not the shower thing. It's the hairy thing that people say French people are very hairy and stuff, and they don't shave and whatnot. But I've never had the shower one.
Hold up. Okay. You know what? Just so I don't be talking shit, I'm going to just pull up. Hold up. You know what? Just because I don't want to be the one who says this stuff. Okay. So French people don't shower. I'm going to put this in Google. Okay. Okay. There's surveys. Okay. I don't know how accurate this is. Okay. But I'm going to pull it up on the screen. Okay. Here, let me try to do this. Okay. I'm going to
Okay, I'm going to check some Canadian stereotypes. Let's see.
You don't have to be petty. This is not a petty argument. This is again.
Go for it. I'm just looking just to know, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Most of them are very positive. I'm not gonna lie to you. We're very kind, etc., etc. Okay, chat. So chat, just so you guys know, I'm not just making this up. Okay, here it is. All right, I just pulled it up on chat. I'm gonna read the headline. They say most French people don't shower every day. Study shows. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Okay, while there are numerous stereotypes about the French that are completely inaccurate, it turns out that the whole French people don't shower thing may indeed be true. A new poll conducted by BVA and published in a French newspaper, Presse Océan, Presse Océan, reveals that only 57% of the French people. No, that's not a lot. That's almost half people. 50% of French people shower daily. 24. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. It gets better. Okay, 24% said they shower once every other day, and 11% said they shower once every 3 days. The remaining 8%. The remaining 8% shower once every 4 days or less. And when the French are in the shower, it's not for very long either. The study found that French person spends on average 9 minutes a day in the shower. That's like the amount of time it takes to, I don't know, they included some jokes. But anyways, I don't know how accurate this is. This is a stereotype I've heard a lot, and
I've never heard of this one, but okay. But you know, it's the natural smell, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Natural smell they like, maybe.
Yeah. So that was it. But I'm sure you shower every day, so you're good.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, this is the perfect way to start a date. You know, hey man, I heard your people just straight up with prejudice. I heard your people don't shower.
Well, I still haven't found any Canadian stereotypes, but
they're all positive. Oh, Canadian people are very welcoming. They're very kind. They have a huge country. They like beavers. They live in igloos, stuff like that.
Really? Okay. Actually, I haven't met with much Canadian people, so like you're the one who's going to give me the whole view of Canadian people.
Oh yeah, I'm the perfect representation of Canadianness. Just look at me. Don't I look like a poster child for Canada?
Yes, you do. You really do.
Okay, yeah. So, I actually want to ask you. I don't even know, but what is it that you do for your day to day?
I'm a teacher. I'm an English teacher.
Enseignante. Oh, okay. All right. I have a thing for teachers. Let's go.
Really?
Teachers.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it. You know, just the people who spend all day, you know, working with kids, and then they also have summers off. It's fantastic.
It's
and then
so
you guys
good. It's so good.
Yeah.
And when the last place I was working at, we had a nap in between. So I was teaching really small children, and every time the children would go to sleep, then we'd have a nap as well at the same time.
Ooh, wait, what grade? What grade?
There were not zero, obviously, but from 0 to 6 years old.
Okay. All right. So around like you like teaching like little tiny children.
I prefer it, but right now I'm teaching all ages, all different ages. It's a different thing. Like with children, it's a bit more repetitive, and it's a bit more games and stuff like that. And with adults, it's
okay. So
interesting.
So what's the oldest that you teach?
The oldest person I had was my last student. He was, I think, 45 or 46.
45. Yeah. Okay, so okay, all right. Hold on, what's going on right here? So, how are you teaching 45-year-olds? I'm confused. Are you tutoring, or like how's that working? Can I ask?
No, so I'm teaching them. So they come to the center that I'm working for, at the moment, and they are preparing for exams. So they've got the lingual skill exams or the Cambridge test that they're trying to pass.
Yeah.
And so they book sessions for, like, for example, 30 hours, and they do intensive English teaching. Yeah.
Okay. And you're the one basically who tutors them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I understand. I was like, oh shit, this sounds complicated as hell. Okay, that's interesting. So you tutor people and then you also teach young classes.
Yeah, well, I used to do that more before. I still do it once in a while, but...
Okay, cool. I actually, it's funny, I said this to myself, if this whole comedy thing didn't work out when I started like 6 years ago, I actually wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to teach history, but I only wanted to teach to adults. I always like, and I say adults.
What did you want to teach?
17 to like 18, history. History is what I wanted to teach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're interested in history?
Yeah. That was like the only class, that and like creative writing. Those were the only two classes in high school that I paid attention in. So those were always subjects that I thought were interesting. So yeah,
nice.
so when you said you were a
before
teacher,
YouTube
I was like, damn, she's doing what I wanted to. Before I was doing YouTube, I was dancing professionally.
You were what, sorry?
Dancing.
Oh, okay. What kind of dance?
Oh man, you already know. I mean, we out here in the club. No,
No, you don't put the YouTube videos out or you're dancing.
No. I don't need that kind of attention. But I used to teach salsa and hip hop. So those were the two things. And I used to dance professionally. So did a couple of projects here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I used to do. YouTube was something I started. So this is, people don't know this, but before I did the whole Abba and Preach stuff, I did YouTube back in 2013. My first video, ironically enough, went viral. And so I was like, man, I'm good at this. Then I didn't make another video for like 2 years. And I liked making video projects. I like putting thoughts together and like piecing it and then like telling a story. So that's what I used to do. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
And so you've been doing it for how long?
So if we go based off when I really when I first put out a video, it would be since 2013. But the truth is, I'll probably say I started about 5 years ago, for real.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how long I've been at it. But I mean, YouTube's got its ups and downs, its perks, its downsides.
What's the
but yeah,
biggest down?
Oh man, privacy. It's like people watch you and they feel like they know you and they feel like you're friends, and so sometimes in person they're really weird. And I'm a chill person. I'm super proud. Like, if I'm in the subway, you know what I mean, I got my hoodie on, don't bother me. I'm just moving point A to point B. Don't want to bother anyone. But sometimes people are really weird. Like people just follow you. Yeah, they follow. Like, okay, this is what I expect. I feel like, and this is gonna sound arrogant, but I feel like being like known or being recognized is like, it's like being a hot girl. You deal with a lot of the weird stuff, like people following you, people just getting in your bubble for no reason, people just saying weird stuff to you. So that's like the best parallel I could draw.
Okay, so has everything like what about with girls? Like how is it since from before you were doing YouTube to right now? Like how has it changed with dating? Yeah.
I mean, for dating and stuff like that, it's definitely different. I don't date nearly as much now as I did before because I just don't have the time. Like I couldn't, before I was out in the streets. I was for the streets. I was living on the streets. It was a great time. But then now that I'm, you know what that means, right?
Kind of, I think so.
No, okay. So okay, what? Huh? Like a what?
Like tug life.
Like
healing and stuff. Is that what you mean?
She said like thug life. So basically, when someone says he's for the streets, it just means basically they're out there being a whore. You know what I'm saying?
Oh right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You were for the streets. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh.
That
So
means you know how the street is like a public space. Was that?
So you were more of a whore before you started YouTube than now?
Oh yeah. I was
expect it to be different because now that you're doing YouTube and you're a bit you're like successful on YouTube, like you should get more.
Look at my Saturday. Look at my Saturday. I got to stream all day. I got to prep for these things. I got to constantly create the appointments. I have to edit other videos. I have to do another live stream later on today, and then tomorrow's more live streams, more setting up of interviews, and then I got to put out videos like 6-7 times. Like, where am I gonna find the time to woo a woman?
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? How can I be in these streets if I'm on front of my computer all day long? I'm on camera. There's no time for me to be on the street.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's like the difficulty of it. I do all the editing and shit like that. So, you know what I mean? I can't be out here. Can't be out here. But, you know, it's cool. I like it. I'm chilling. I'm just focused on the work right now. So that's a good change of pace. These dates are the only times that I've been on dates in probably like the last 6-7 months. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
why
So wait, you just thought I was out here just being like, you know, I'm a YouTuber. Hey girl, what's your number? What's your name?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you thought? Nah. I prefer it.
You don't need to, because obviously, like, if you're a YouTuber and you're successful, you probably already have like lots of your subscribers, like girls and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't need to. Or
I generally prefer it if people don't follow what I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah. That's the one thing I loved about dating apps for a while, is like I could still be on dating apps and meet people who didn't know what I did and just have like a regular ass conversation. You know what I'm saying? Whereas now, if I go on a date, it's people like they've watched so much of the content. They're like, man, yeah, you remember what you said about this, about your mom? And I was like, ooh, when did I tell you this? But they've watched videos. So like they have a proximity to me that I don't have to them. You understand? It's like if everything that you ever did was online and it's out there, well, you never get a clean slate. You never get to really show who you are to the person because they're already coming in with a huge idea of who you are.
Okay, yeah.
You know, so that's that's some of the downsides, and so it can be tough to feel comfortable with that. So generally, I prefer people who are not involved.
So you're actually
like my
happy
family's.
when you meet someone who has never heard of you.
Yeah, it's refreshing because I just like talking to people, and it's I'm getting to know you, you're getting to know me, but I don't have that experience. I don't get that privilege when you already know all this stuff about me, or you've heard these things, or you have these ideas. You know, people have an idea of me, and then they meet me in person, like, oh, you're way more chill, and I'm like, well,
Okay, yeah.
I'm very
I
relaxed.
guess they make their own idea based on what they see on the videos.
Exactly. Because, sometimes the video I'm yelling or I'm cracking jokes, but like who I am on stage is just like a portion of me. It's not necessarily a real reflection of me as an entire person. But you only see me in that format, It's like people who come to comedy shows and they see me cracking jokes and they're laughing the whole time. They come talk to me off stage like, oh man, I thought you were like always funny. And I'm like, no, I'm not always telling jokes. Like when I'm off stage, I'm just a regular ass person, So, so I think that's like some of the weirdness. What about you? How many of your students have you dated?
Of my students? No,
let's go.
I've just started with adults. I've literally just started.
Okay, so you just started dating the adult students?
No, we've actually been on track. We've got nothing to do with each other anymore. But that student's coming back apparently. He was happy with me, so maybe we'll go on a date next.
Okay, the 45-year-old?
Yeah, the 45-year-old.
Hey, look at you. You know what I mean? For you, age is just a number. You're out here.
Age is just a number.
I'm looking at you. I'm guessing you're like 27?
I'm 27. Yep.
Oh, chat. Yo, chat. I said 27. I dead ass play the tape back. Stop playing with me. I dead ass just said 27. Yo, chat, I'm expecting some donations. Stop playing with me. I don't know what it is about me. I look at somebody, I'm like, I know what age you are. That's why, like, if an underage girl try to talk to me, like, it's not gonna happen. I'd be like,
You know exactly.
Smells like jail, and I just.
So what gave it away? What gave it away?
You know what though? It's hard for me to tell you all the mental calculations. Like I factored in a bunch of stuff, your sense of style, your facial features. You know what I mean? All this stuff. Like you clearly weren't in your 30s. I mean, yeah. Quick maths. So you know what thing I noticed is like when it comes to French people, one of the noises that they have a hard time with is th, like the. That's the sound. Yeah. Because you didn't say thug life. You went tug life. I love it. Let's go. Yeah. There's little things like that I find so peculiar, but that they're so indicative of so much.
or in the French language or with French people?
Just in general, like how people say certain words. You can oftentimes tell like where they're from, where they were raised, what's their first language. Like people struggling with certain words. Like if I hear a dude and he goes say, "Good day, Victoria." If he can't say his V's, he's probably from a Spanish or Latin country, and
right.
depending. Yeah. So you can peep a lot of stuff. So
What's
my
your
mind.
favorite accent? What's your favorite accent?
I'm Brazilian. The Brazilian accent is the most unsexy but hilarious act. You have to make sure that you're going to make love to her. Hippie hoppy.
The Indian accent.
A singy songy. Yeah, oh, it's way better. Because the Indian accent's funny, don't get me wrong. I enjoy it, like good day. But the Brazilian accent for me is like it's like this. A singy song that you have to coração. It's constantly waves, so I enjoy that accent the most. That's my favorite. What about you? What's your favorite?
Indian, for sure.
Really?
I love the Indian accent. Yeah, it's funny. It's good, and I love the Indian music and stuff. So I quite like it.
Well, you fuck with Bollywood?
No, I don't really watch the movies. I listen to the music of it. The movies are a bit. I used to watch the old ones. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I was kind of prejudiced the way you moved your head. Do you go to Indian restaurants? Do you ever tip more if they got a thick accent?
Oh, I used to work in an Indian restaurant. Actually, no, Pakistani, but same thing. Oh, sorry if someone's from India or Pakistan. But yeah, I used to work in a Pakistani restaurant. The food is amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
But no, they don't really tip. No.
No. But do you tip? Do you tip when you hear an accent? Yeah, like when like if you go to that restaurant and they got a thick ass accent, they're like, "Hey, good day," whatever. Like, do you tip more money?
Not because of the accent, maybe because if the service is good, I will maybe.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Me personally, if I hear a thick ass Brazilian accent, you get an extra $20. Like I'm so happy I get to hear it.
Now that you said that, people are gonna fake it.
Oh, they could try. I can smell it. Eu posso falar português. Boy, so I'll just start talking in Portuguese, make sure they actually speak.
Okay,
Yeah. So what were some of the things that you may have been worried about or like nervous about coming on this date?
Saying stupid things. I hope I don't. Like I don't. That's all.
Why would you think you're gonna say stupid things? People in the chat are loving you. They're like, "Yo, who is this girl? She's awesome." People, I think if you don't date students before, you're definitely gonna date them now because there's a bunch of students right now who are looking at you like, "I want you to be my teacher," So, just letting you know.
Are French people looking at this?
Il y a sûrement des gens qui parlent français parce que nous autres. Ah oui, c'est sûr, parce que nous autres, on a un fanbase qui vit en France aussi, qui vit au Canada. So we have a lot of people who speak French, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I get French DMs all the time about people like, "Oh, regarde cette vidéo qu'on a fait," and people always sending me stuff. So yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, but I want to ask you, what's?
Do you not do videos in French?
No.
Completely French, no.
Never. Because right now our market's mostly English, so there's no reason to. But I wanted to ask you, what's the dating life like in France versus like maybe the UK or whatever? Like.
I don't know because I haven't been in France that long. So I came back right when coronavirus started. So I wasn't in France until now. So I can't tell you, to be honest.
So you were in the UK before this?
No, before this I was in China. So I was teaching in China.
Okay, and then?
And I came back. So it was when the whole COVID thing started, was during the Chinese New Year's, so the Chinese holidays. And I left. I went to the Philippines at that time.
Hold up. Which month did you leave China?
I left in January. Beginning of February.
January 2020?
Yes.
Oh, so you were bringing the virus with you everywhere.
Yeah,
you left China. You're like, "Hey, welcome to the Philippines. I was just in Wuhan."
Yeah, I went to,
okay. Yeah, all this time we were blaming Chinese people. Turns out it was girls with cute English accents who are out here spreading it. Stop playing with me. Okay, so you went to the Philippines, and then after that?
And then I decided, because it was kind of getting crazy and it was still holiday, so we didn't have any classes at school. So I decided to come back to France for a month. And I think 6 days or 5 days before my flight, all the
things. What about before China? Where were you before China?
Before China, I was for 4 years, well, a few years in England.
Cool. Okay.
And
Okay.
I
All
was
right.
in
All right.
Japan.
All right. All right. All right. We got it. We got it. Okay. So, tell me about like the dating life differences between England, China, Japan. Like, yo, hit me. Like when you were out there in these streets, what was going on?
Are you sure? Are you sure? You want to hear?
Oh hell yeah! Everybody wants to hear. Let's go. Stop playing with me.
Which one should I start with? China. Okay, China's very interesting. Well, Asian. It's. I don't really date much in Asia because actually Asian men have got like a lot of very different style of women that they are attracted to.
What do you mean?
So-
They're not in love with black women?
Not really. So like a lot of people, you know, in the West were like, oh yeah, you can't say this, you can't say that about. But in China, they don't care. Like they love fair skin. Like they really like a really white skin. Have to be very, very slim and feminine women they're attracted to, I guess.
And you're a little too thick for their tastes.
Well, I was a little bit bigger before, so yeah, I was definitely.
Hey, put a 1 in the chat for thick girls, you know what I'm saying? THICC. Okay, cool. So you were too thick for them back then.
They're dating, what they do, the thing that I didn't like much was a lot of them, instead of like going and having a conversation with a girl, they would just be like, oh, I'm buying you this. So if you go to a bar and you're a bunch of foreign girls, so I had a Russian girl that's got a lot of success there. Instead of like going up and talking to her, they'll just buy her a drink, put it on her table, and think, oh, because I'm buying her stuff, then she's gonna like me. So it's very like transactional there. So they kind of understand like women are more interested in like, you know, ingredients and material.
So wait. If I buy you like Bollywood albums, you're not gonna just come on a date with me?
It depends which ones you buy. Like,
Okay.
It depends which ones.
That's why, yo, guys, you already heard it here first. Slide an album on the table, be like, maybe I'll see you later.
If you pick the wrong ones, I'm definitely a no.
Don't worry. We got some Indian bros in the chat. They know what they're doing.
Really?
Okay.
Okay.
So you felt like it's transactional. What about England? You were there for 4 years. Like, what was popping when you were there? Because England, we like our, you know what I mean? I heard the Englishmen like the black women, you know what I'm saying? They like them thick.
Yeah, I like Englishmen. Yeah, Englishmen are very friendly. They're very you can have like good conversations and a lot of banter. It's really I really like Englishmen.
So you had good dating experiences there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Okay, and then
Japan.
you went.
Oh, Japan. No, not in Japan. No.
No.
You
What
know
happened?
what? I'm actually in Japan because there's no, I don't know, there's no chemistry with me and Japanese men, I guess. But I've had really good friendships instead with Japanese men, so I can be like really good friends with Japanese men and more than I'd be dating them.
You can't speak Japanese though, right?
I can speak Japanese, yeah.
Oh, you can speak Japanese?
Yes.
Why?
Because I went to Japan when I was in high school. So I lived in a homestay family, so I lived with a family there, and I went to high school, so I had no choice.
Oh my God, that's crazy! You speak Japanese? Oh, how many? Wait, why not just ask this? French, English, Japanese. I'm assuming, I could be wrong. You speak Mandarin, maybe?
No, I wouldn't say I speak it like fluently.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, any other languages?
I did Korean, but I think I've pretty much forgotten it now.
전불래요, 사랑해요. I used to have this joke about how like I always, whenever I heard Korean speaking, I didn't understand a word, but I always thought they were complaining because everything
Really?
finished.
Do you think it sounds similar to Japanese when you hear it?
No, not at all. Not at all. No. The that one always threw me off when they make that noise at the end of their words. But no, it doesn't sound at all similar to Japanese for me. Why?
Okay. Have you been to Japan before?
No, never.
Never. Would you go?
Never. I mean, I might visit. It's not one of those. I know so many people who like really want to go to Japan and Asia. For me, I've just never been that curious. So maybe I'll end up there one day, but it's not on my list of places to visit.
Okay.
Well, you surprised by that?
Yeah, because you seem to like animes.
Love anime. I watch a lot of anime. I'm deep in that anime.
So usually a lot of the people who like anime want to go to Japan and they want a waifu and they want all that.
Yeah. I'm not into any of that. I like And I noticed that was one thing I had a conversation with people about. Like, just because I love anime doesn't mean I'm obsessed with Japanese culture. You know what I'm saying? It's just I enjoy anime. I watch a lot of animes. I read a lot of mangas, etc., etc. But I've never been someone who's been like, whoa, cherry blossom trees and fucking cute girls and.
Hey, cherry blossom trees are awesome. They're really good.
I mean, yeah, they look beautiful. I'm not taking a 30-hour flight to go see them.
Okay.
You
So
know what I'm saying? Like,
if you could travel to one place, where would it be? Brazil?
no, I've already been. It's a good time. Wonderful place. Lots of good times.
So where would you go?
Am I still curious about any place? Not really. I don't think there's like a destination I desperately want to go to.
So you just really like Canada? Really like.
I might. No, it's not that. I just traveled a lot, so I've kind of seen all the places I wanted to go to. So like, I'm just, I'm chilling now. But if I had to pick a place, I'd probably pick Moldova. Moldova.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever dated a Moldovan? Is that how you say it? Woman?
Not at all. Not at all. It just sounds cool. It reminds me of like Lord of the Rings in Mordor. You know, like it just sounds like a place I want to go to. Like I want to go there, and like it's got to be like a volcano in the middle of it, and like it's just dark and gray and ash everywhere, and just like hard motherfuckers who have had to endure a lot. I want to just go there for a day and then leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. What about you? What's a place that you got to go to?
Which place would I go to? To visit, I'd probably go back to Japan. I really like Japan. Yeah. I'd probably go back to just to visit though.
Okay.
To live.
What is it that you like about there?
I love the. It's a different world. It's a whole different world. I like the. It's strange. It's like you've got a lot of different places. For example, the town, and like one's gonna have this weird atmosphere, and then you go to a different side of town, and it's got this other weird atmosphere. And it's like it's a lot of you know, you see the tradition and the culture, and at the same time, it's very modern. So it's like that mix of the two is so interesting to me.
Okay, good. You should, the right answer was Canada, by the way. But I mean, if you want to fuck this up, I'm just playing with you. I've
never been interested in going to Canada actually.
Oh,
I don't know why.
That's too bad.
America, Canada's never, but I should.
Hold up, you've never been to America?
I've never been to America.
Oh, you got to go to America. Oh man, it's unbelievable. It's crazy. I've been all over the world. America's special. America's like I would compare it to like 10 countries put into one. You know, you go to New York, and then you go to Florida, then you go to Atlanta, then you go to fucking New Orleans and Louisiana, then you go to Texas, then you go to, and they're different. They speak different, they act different, they live different, they eat different. It's it's very fascinating. It's like National Geographic's every day. It's a good time.
Okay.
Yeah. I highly recommend it.
Should go, yeah.
Yeah. Before you go back to Japan, you got to go there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you're going to be amazed and you're going to be disgusted at the same time. It's one of the most amazing things I've ever experienced. Living in America for a couple of years, yeah. Are you taking notes? Are you writing stuff down?
Oh, no. I'm just playing with my cup of tea.
Okay, cool. It looked like you were taking notes. I was like, yo, is she about to write a biography on me? Is an article coming out? Yeah. No. Have you been on any dates during this pandemic? You haven't taken any chances?
Have I been on a date? I've been on a date with I've seen someone like going on a picnic, something like that. But
you went on a picnic. Hey guys, you know what a picnic is? That means we can go out in public. It's something safe, but we're not going back to nobody's place.
Yeah. I went there. I had that, and otherwise, no, I haven't been dating now.
What happened? So how come y'all didn't go for more picnic dates? What happened?
Because there's the whole lockdown thing, and it's
Nah, stop lying. What happened? Tell the truth. Stop lying.
I can't say what if you want to. But no, it was nice. It was really nice. Had good conversation, and just that's it. Didn't think more.
Yeah, you didn't see more going. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong as long as you're not name dropping, like, Simon, j'étais pas intéressé parce que, you know, like.
No, really nice person, really nice person.
Just there's no chemistry beyond that.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just the chemistry.
Yeah, not for you. It's interesting. You can get along with someone, be cool, and just not want to see that person or be interested in them in any other way.
Yeah, exactly. Not feel like you want to. I don't know. Yeah, and then people are like, oh, let's be friends and everything, but you don't really want to be friends. Like,
No.
Friends for what?
No. I'll be cordial, always be cool. I'll never have a bad thing to say about you, but I'm not going to be friends with you. That's awkward. I don't like that.
What do you think of men and women being friends?
I mean, yeah, it works for some people. Not for me generally, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I could be on really great terms with you.
Friends?
No, ma'am. But I got a lot of there's ladies I know who I'm really cool with, who I'm not sexual with in any type of way. But I wouldn't call them my friends. We're cordial, we're cool. Maybe we'll see each other at events. Maybe we'll organize like a party, they'll show up. But I wouldn't call them my friends. My friends are the people who I talk to on a regular basis, who I'm close with, and yeah. That's general. What about you? You got a lot of male friends? Tell us.
No, not really either. I've got lots of my closest friends are female, and the closest male friend that I have, like I said, it was mostly in Japan or the last person I was working with when I was in China. That's about it. Otherwise, not really. No, but I'm cool. Like I'm friendly. With men.
But you wouldn't say you were friends. So last thing I want to ask, why do you call yourself HairyCathy?
I couldn't think of another name, and like because I changed my hair, and like because I do hair, I was like, oh, HairyCathy, and like people think French people are hairy, so I don't know. Yeah, I actually knew that people were gonna like make jokes about this. Yeah, I know.
It's just one of those names. If you try to Google it, it just shows you porn. So that's why I was like, damn, she went. Oh yeah, you can't imagine why HairyCathy would be a porn category. Yeah. So it was just a funny observation. I know you have like a lot of hair stuff on your IG, so I thought that was interesting. But yeah, I just left at the name because I had to actually type it out. I'm like HairyCathy. I was like, well, listen, I actually got to wrap this up because it was a lot of fun. Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, it was really fun. Yeah. Really
There's nothing to be nervous about, right? You came on here. Everyone thought you were awesome.
It was really fun. Well, thanks for having me.
No problem. And where can people find you if you want to just say that?
My Instagram, so it's HairyCathy.
Yeah.
It's not porn. I do some hair stuff if you want to check it out.
Your hair looks fabulous, by the way. Yeah, you look fantastic. Yeah. So guys, go check that out. And that's pretty much it. Thanks.
All right, thanks for having me. Bye.
And that, folks, is it for date number 2. Yeah, man, she was mad cool. She was a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself. Let me just make sure I didn't fuck anything up. No, we're good. Let me just make sure, actually. Change the permissions. Connect. No. Nobody should be able to connect. Cool. Yeah, man, we had a lot of fun. This was a great convo. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to be doing a live stream for Dungeons and Dragons in about 30 minutes on my second channel, which is Abba Zaba Atlas. If you guys enjoyed this live stream, be sure to show some love, drop a like, whatever you want to say. Let me just check out a few of these super chats while I take some questions from the chat real quick, and then I'll tell you guys what I thought about everything today. All right. Would love to take Kathy to Toyama Bay. Just a few hours from Tokyo was the only thing I really wanted to do last time I was in Japan that I didn't. Hey, man, well, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you'll get that chance. For what it's worth, guys, we don't actually believe in the ludicrous stuff you see on the social media about us. We're just really political, always have been. Okay. I don't know who that was directed to or what he was talking about. Yo, why is it that I can't see fucking super chats? What's that about? Why is it I can't see the people who donated earlier? That's trash, bro. Y'all raid me some cash and I can't scroll up to say nothing. That's unfortunate. Sorry, guys. If you donated earlier and I missed your super chats, I really apologize. I'll be on the second channel. Okay. So yes. Abba, are you asking her out or nah? Hey, man, I guess you're just going to have to stay tuned and find out. You know what I'm saying? But she was really cool. I enjoyed both my dates. You know, I enjoyed both my dates. They were both great. The first one was fantastic. She was high energy. It was a different vibe. Second girl, much different feel. And I enjoyed both of them. So, you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed the conversation. You guys took away some notes. And yeah, I'll be on the second channel. So if you want to chit chat more about this, we can be there. So go to Abba Zaba Atlas on YouTube, and you guys can talk to me there about all the stuff you saw here. Deuces.